Alright, here we go with our first hand. Looks reasonable. Have the heaven earth. Opponent put us on the play. Interestingly enough. I mean, if we curve out into this watchful Naga, if we draw a land, we should be golden. If we don't, things will probably be more difficult for us. Hopefully our opponent has lots of flyers. Yeah, this card seems very good. Alright. Perfect draw. Perfect curve. Bitter Blade Warrior is actually fine to put -1/-1 counters on, because he can still pretty much attack through anything when he's exerting himself. And 2 lands in a row. Perfect. This is going to be real bad for our opponent. I mean, next turn, if they play something, we can electrify it and draw a card. Alright, or just if it's a pouncing cheetah, we can play crocodile. That was not the optimal time to play pouncing cheetah, usually. One of the few cards with flash. I think I'm fine trading these, and I'll just make a giant crocodile for the beatdowns. So we'll exert these guys, and he'll have to deal with a crocodile. Alright, free card. Opponent has a weird deck. Abs and colors. Alright, Sandworm. Not exactly castable yet, but not exactly that far off either. We'll definitely consider holding on to him as long as we can, depending on what we draw. Alright, there goes the Naga. I mean, our opponent's almost just dead. That guy is quite good, but we have many electrifies. Not as good as electrolyze, but still pretty good. Alright, so in theory our opponent's just dead if they play a creature that dies to electrify. Alright, that is a creature that dies to electrify. Well, that was pretty much the grossest curve. I mean, we drew very well, considering we kept a 2-lander. Opponent says that croc is so goo. It is goo indeed. Goo. Very goo. I mean, our sideboard is only artifact destruction. So be on the lookout for artifacts. I don't think we change anything. Could actually put in a land on the play because our opponent made us play first, so if we assume they're going to do that again, I mean, having higher land count is better on the play. Heaven didn't look that great. I mean, we could side this out. This was like the whole reason we got tangled up in this mediocre red-green deck. This heaven and earth, so I'm not siding it out. Alright, this is great. Maybe this deck isn't so mediocre after all. Alright, he chose to play first also, so yeah. Didn't like getting clocked by the croc. Alright, grasp was actually great. Draw. Since it should work nicely with exemplar. Alright, so our play here, if we draw a land, we're probably playing this. If not, we might just be playing this. Alright, we drew a land. So yeah, I think this is better because we'll be able to play these two next turn. Mana efficiency, although we're not being efficient with our strength. Alright, opponent has good mana again. So they got that going for them. Gift of Paradise. So far, I've felt like the 3-color decks have not been good in this format. Alright, I think we'll just go for these. I mean, we could set up the Naga, but I'm just gonna be efficient. With my mana. My mana. My mana. I mean, we could have made this a 4/4, but half the fun is taking the counters off and gaining the life. These guys actually work really well together, too. I mean, we could just use that, or could attack with both these and spider grasp that off. That seems pretty good. Well, he's mostly tapped out. And there's not really anything that punishes us. There's the prevent damage, but that doesn't even kill either of our guys. Alright, he's wise to the plan. So we'll just follow it up with the Naga since we aren't in a hurry to be defensive with Spidery Grasp, that's for sure. Alright. He is really ramping this game. And paid off. Wow. No wonder he didn't want to block. Oh my god, this is completely unbeatable. Holy cow. Another main phase Pouncing Cheetah. Okay. Electrify would be excellent. Probably just digging for it at this point. Man, Sandworm is not great. The question is, do I want to discard a land? I think so, because still casting Sandworm is pretty good. Okay. I mean, this is technically an answer to something. It's got to be an answer to something. I think I need to draw my cards. So, alright, so the plan is to survive. Plan is to survive. Cast Greater Sandworm, and then earth away all his creatures and hit him with Greater Sandworm. Boom. Plan is for him to play a flyer first of all. That would be great. Alright, if he has anything good this turn, we're pretty much just done. I mean, Ronus is ridiculously good. Flyer, Bone Picker. Bone Picker. Pick a bone, come on. Pick those bones. Well, sure. Okay. This guy is not really sequencing his stuff correctly. He must be newer, but that's okay. Should attack before playing your creature, especially when you have a guy like that. A guy like that. So we can attack with both these, actually. Yeah. Let's do that. Gaining life seems good. And then we'll be set up to possibly kill off the horror with Spidery Grasp next turn. And, I mean, if we shut down his big creatures, Ronus isn't as threatening. I mean, we're kind of in the race still, technically. Alright, black mana. Something big again. Oh my god. Alright, that does die to heaven. He finally played a flyer. Okay, if he has something to cycle, things are not gonna go well for us. If he doesn't, we could actually just win here. So I Spidery Grasp this dude, block there, chump, something, kill. Alright, if he has cycle though, I'm kind of skeptical. I guess we can't chump with Vitalist. Um, Alright. Wow. Actually worked. Heaven! 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 I'm in heaven. I'm so glad they just tacked on flying to these bomb rares. Whoop-pow! Alright, so we don't want to die to this, even though we are going to 6. So we'll leave back at least the Vitalist. And we're not going to exert. Because we can do that next turn. When we should, in theory, have lethal. Or close to it. The payoff from pick 1 finally paid off in the first match. Where's your buddies, Ronus? Why can't you attack, Ronus? Yeah, why aren't you getting in there, Ronus? Come on, Ronus. No. I'm a sandworm. Cycling this. I'm not sure if we have any graveyard matter stuff other than this. And there's no point in accidentally dying to pump spell, him pumping up his mummy, attacking. Alright, so we have lethal with this, or we have lethal with just attacking. Oh wait, we don't have lethal with just attacking. Oops. Because he can pump that up and make it so it blocks it. Ronus can even be defensive. If I had have went for heaven, or earth, I mean, if I had went for earth, I mean, in theory, if he has nothing, we would have had lethal. But now, since he can pump up his mummy to 4 power, I mean, he might not see it. But I think might as well play like he sees it. Okay. Now we can do more things. We'll keep up Electrify in case he plays a big guy or goes in for lots of tramples. Okay, impeccable. So this plan would have actually worked out horribly then. If we had have killed his mummy and swung with just Exemplar. He just drew a land, so he's dead. Alright. And that's the game. Beat the Ronus and the Archfiend, thanks to Heaven Earth. Clearly, we know what the best card to open is in the set. Not Ronus, not Archfiend, not that Sphinx we passed, Heaven Earth.